Okay, let's talk about something that I think we all do, something that quietly drains our energy and steals our peace, taking things personally. In the next few minutes, we're going to build a mental blueprint to help you, well, architect your own emotional balance and get your focus back.
I mean, really think about that for a second. We've all been there, right? You get a one-word answer in a text, someone cancels plans, you don't get a call back, and boom. Suddenly your mind is just racing, trying to figure out what you did wrong. How can something so tiny have such a massive impact on our entire day?
And this is where it gets so interesting. Look at the gap here. On the left, you've got the simple fact, the thing that actually happened. But on the right, that's the story we tell ourselves, almost instantly. We make this huge leap from a neutral event to a totally negative conclusion about us. And that leap, right there, is where all the trouble starts.
This whole process, this habit, it actually has a name. It's called the personalization trap. It's basically a mental shortcut, a cognitive distortion, where our brain just automatically assumes that whatever someone else does is a direct personal reaction to us. It's a trap because, it feels so real, even when it's just not.
And the consequences of falling into that trap, they're very, very real. When we internalize every little thing, we're basically living with our alarm bells constantly ringing, always scanning for social threats. And that puts our nervous system on total overdrive, leading straight to chronic stress, anxiety, and it really takes a huge hit on our self-esteem.
So, the big question is, how do we get out of this trap? Well, it takes a pretty fundamental shift in how we see things. Instead of looking at other people's behavior as a mirror that's reflecting something about us, we need to start seeing it as a window into them. Let's call this the view from inside.
And the key to this whole shift is understanding this one concept, someone's internal state. Just think of it as this invisible world going on inside every single person. It's their private reality, and it's filled with all the pressures, the worries, the history, and the stress that we can't see. But it's constantly shaping how they show up in the world.
So this, right here, is the big one. This is the idea that becomes the foundation for your new emotional architecture. When someone is short with you or seems distant, it is almost always a piece of data about their internal world, not a judgment on yours. Their behavior is a reflection of them, not you.
And just think about all the things that could be going on behind the scenes. I mean, that blunt email you got, it might have had absolutely nothing to do with your report. It might be about that looming deadline that's keeping them up at night. Those canceled plans, it's probably less about them not wanting to see you and way more about the fact that they're just exhausted from a family argument or stressed about money. Their reaction is their data.
All right, so we get the concept, right? But how do we actually turn this insight into action? Let's get practical. Let's build an actual blueprint for architecting your own emotional balance.
Here it is, your new 3-step plan. It's actually pretty simple. First, when something happens, just pause. Seriously, create a little space before you leap to a conclusion. Second, actively, consciously consider their internal state. Ask yourself that one question: what else might be going on with them? And third, reclaim your focus. Bring all that attention and energy back to your own thoughts and your own actions, the only things you actually have control over.
Now, this is a really, really important point. Let's be super clear. This mindset is not a free pass for other people to treat you badly. You can, and you absolutely should still have boundaries. The point isn't to excuse their behavior. It's to protect your peace and to stop their issues from becoming your issues.
Okay, so what's the payoff here? What happens when you consistently practice this? You start to experience this incredible sense of freedom. Let's take a look at what you actually gain when you stop making everything about you.
I mean, the results are tangible, and they are totally transformative. Just look at this. Your stress levels plummet because you're not on high alert 24/7. Your self-esteem, it stabilizes and it actually grows because it's no longer attached to the unpredictable moods of everyone else around you. And this is the big one. Your available energy just skyrockets because you're not wasting it trying to decode every single little interaction.
So, let's wrap this up. When you finally master the skill, when you stop taking everything so personally,
You literally take back the remote control for your own feelings. You're no longer giving away your power to other people's internal drama or whatever's going on with them. You become the architect of your own emotional state.
And that really leaves us with one final powerful question to think about. With all of that mental space and all that emotional energy you're going to free up, What will you build? What goals, what relationships, what creative projects will you finally pour all that amazing energy into? The possibilities are all yours. Thanks for tuning in.